Hey everybody! Welcome, this is Mantus's Midnight Movie Madness Mania, and we're gonna spin the wheel to find out what country's artistic endeavors we are going to land on next. Nancy, spin it! Galicia, which is in España. Luckily, there happened to be a filmmaker in Spain. We're watching the movie first, is what I've been told. And then we're going to go right to the interview with the filmmaker and artist and musician who produced and made that whole music video possible. And hopefully we'll all enjoy it. We will enjoy it. We're enjoying it right now. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pox Show. We are continuing our Mantus Midnight Movie Madness Mania special with Czarina. Welcome from Spain, Czarina. How are
Spain,
you?
yeah. Hello.
España.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh, this is great. Oh wow, I'm very excited. I'm glad that you're excited because we're just over here in America trying not to burn the place down.
Well, I'm in Galicia, which is
Galicia.
actually like a really famous spot in Spain that's it's known for its sorcerers and witches, and we actually have a beauty pageant every year here called La Bruja de Año or something like that.
Oh, La Bruja.
It's like, yeah, but it's like a beauty pageant, but it's like, for the witches of Galicia.
Oh, that's really cool.
So
Yeah.
can't get any more goth than that. Right?
Absolutely. And of course, Galicia is, of course, an old Celtic, like culture. So how much do you, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna start asking anthropology questions now. Like, like how much does it seem like they've kept some of their like Celtic, culture from like back in the day?
I mean, well, for sure, it's an amalgam of like, because they're also, part Catholic, they still
Right.
have Catholic influence. But Galicia is very alive when it comes to their, Celtic origins. Even like down to the music, it's very Celtic. We even have bagpipes and all that stuff. Like, so very similar to.
Whoa, really? Okay, so
Yeah.
that I didn't know. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize that bagpipes were such a widespread, like, but almost specifically Celtic thing.
So we're pretty much like, the Highlanders.
Right.
So we also have the kilts, like, some families have their plaids, like, so it's pretty interesting, but they're Spanish.
Of course. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's not like they're, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful. Like, so I moved here about a year and a half ago in the midst of the pandemic. Like, so my life in New York had to be folded because of the pandemic. A lot of
Right.
this is a lot of my clients. So I worked in the fashion industry. So a lot of my clients, like, had to hit pause, and so I just took the opportunity to make the big move with my family. And then as soon as I moved here, it's like you really feel the magic. Like you really feel that there's something here. And I've traveled to a lot of places my entire life because of my work, but I've never really felt anything like this ever.
Yeah.
It's very special, and that's what moved me to create that music video.
I was
Wonderland.
gonna ask. There seems to be a lot of kind of pagan, symbolism and, origin type things and primordial man and
Absolutely.
Game of
And then I
Thrones
feel
feels
like,
very.
yeah, I feel like there's something that opened up, like, when I moved here, that kind of made me feel more conscious and aware of something that's bigger. And then what's really funny is that I've always been an independent musician. And then soon, a couple months after I moved to Galicia, the goth label Dark Tunes asked me to sign up with them.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
great.
kinda just like, it's kind of all just started like lining up. And then so it was strange. It was a strange series of events. And then and that's what Wonderland is about. It's about just being open to like a lot of things, that there are like a lot of big things happening, that we are just like, part of a giant consciousness, really. And then and for sure, like, I wanted to showcase how beautiful Galicia is.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so that really, like, really Galicia was the biggest inspiration for that song, for that music video. Like, I wanted to kind of like invoke like a lot of that magic that I feel like, as soon as I moved here.
Oh, that's amazing. And is that so? You were in the fashion industry while you were here in the States. Who were the people who designed the fashion and the costumes and stuff?
Oh, actually, just me and my husband.
No kidding. That's really great. And is the samurai your husband?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what's his name?
His artist name is Deadly Kawaii. He's a visual artist, but his name is Carlos Kitsune.
Oh, great.
So
So he's half Japanese or something?
His grandmother's Japanese, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. And then you are like, I hesitate to speculate, but like some kind of like.
I'm Philippine born with actually with both Spanish and Chinese Japanese lineage.
Right, right. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
the Philippines was a big melting spot for like Spanish and Chinese and,
sorry,
the local
for
indigenous
sure.
population. So,
My lineage basically all kind of just like conquered each other at one point.
right. I'm actually half Thai. So,
Oh, you have Thai. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Awesome.
I grew up in the States and actually where I grew up, there was a huge Filipino population there. So like most of my friends growing up were Filipino. So
Oh,
that was really fun.
nice.
We Asian Americans, we really had to stick together. So it didn't really matter what your nationality was.
Yeah, it's like that was what's great about being an American, like Asian American, because
Yeah.
you are part of that giant tapestry. You
Yeah.
know,
Which is
it's
completely
cool.
different when you go back to the old school, when you into the old world Asia, and they're just like, I don't like Vietnamese people, like.
Yeah.
I actually had one other very important question about the music video. Like, who is the dog?
Oh, that's Hamlet Bacon. That's my definitely my dog.
Is there a dog? Okay. so so the whole music video is a very big family affair. It's
Pretty much, it's like almost every music video that we've been doing, only
yeah.
because we are. I mean, for the most part, it's just really me, my husband, and my dog. And then once in a while, we do everything. We do the production, we do the directing. It's just once in a while, like in the case of Wonderland, where we foresaw it's going to be a really huge production.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when we brought our friends in from Barcelona, Delirious Films, to help us. So it's a tiny film crew, like just to help us, film the entire project. Only because usually my husband's the one who's filming me in my
Hmm.
music videos. So since he's in the music video, like we had to get someone else to do the filming. But for the
Right.
most part, it's always a family affair when it
That's
comes
great.
to
That's
it.
amazing. Wow. Yeah. And they did this production company do all the special effects as well, all the post production?
They did some of the editing, but we did a lot of the post production, like
Nice.
a lot of the graphics and yeah, VFX. That was like a lot of that was
That's
on our end.
that's great. And I even love the studio that you have set up for yourself.
Oh, the
We can
music.
ask
This is the
about
music
that later.
studio.
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, the music. This is like where the magic happens
Of
in my
course.
music.
What special effects program were you using for like burgeoning self-starting music video producers out there?
For sure. We use Adobe Premiere.
Okay, yeah.
For sure, it's always a combination of Photoshop and Adobe Premiere. So we basically design the actual graphic on Photoshop and Illustrator and programs like Blender and incorporate it in Adobe Premiere to make like all the movements and all that stuff.
Oh, so you guys like Blender? I feel like the learning curve on that is very is very steep.
Yeah, we're still um what do you call it? Just scratch the surface.
Yeah.
We have other like rendering programs and 3D programs that we use, but it's yeah, it in order to do all the VFX and graphics, like it's really just an amalgamation of like different softwares and
Yeah.
different techniques, and you just put it all together in Adobe Premiere.
How much of the recording and the mastering and the mixing that you guys do on your own, or do you usually have a producer? Or I know that you said that you sign with a label immediately.
Yeah. I'm actually so I produce all my music. I do all the production. I like I do all the recording, writing, and yeah, production here in this room. And then I actually have a co-producer who helps me on the technical end
Hmm.
to make sure that who does all like the mixing and mastering as well. But
That's a
he's
special
more of
skill.
it's a really special
Yeah.
skill. So like I always do that. I always like I like the creative aspect. I do like all the uh pro- production and the creative end, and then I have to pass it to someone who has a more technical ear
Hmm.
to do the mixing, mastering, and then his function as a co-producer is just to really like harness like the sound of, let's say, my drum, like my drums, to say, like he would give them more balls.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then like to make and leveling things out, stuff like that. And his name is Von Hertzog. He's actually from Pennsylvania,
No,
and he and I have
he's Pennsylvanian Dutch. No, I don't know. There's a lot of Germans in Pennsylvania.
Possibly, right? And he and I actually worked on the record that Wonderland is part of, and it's actually coming out next month on February 22nd. It's called Urkina, and it's basically the entire record is very transcendental, and it's very it's really inspired by my move to Spain and by Galicia and all the magic, and I was really excited to release it. Hi, I'm Czarina, and you're watching Mantus's movie Madness Mania. I think that's it.
And thanks for watching the Mantus's midnight movie Madness Mania on the Pox Show. I am your host, the High Priest Mantus of the Church of the Divine Pox. And we're going to get to another clip right now.
According to legend, a true warrior is blessed by the spirit of a yokai at birth, from which they draw great strength. It is a yokai warrior's sacred duty to protect and retain the delicate balance of the universe. If a yokai warrior falls and becomes corrupted, they turn into uncontrollable weapons, bringing chaos wherever they go.
glad you're finally awake, my lady.
Why don't we tell everybody, you have like a Twitter handle and you have like a YouTube channel. I think your label has a YouTube channel or something, and that's where I saw your music video.
Yeah. It's my Twitter handle. If you guys want to follow me, it's Czarina NYC. That's CZARINA NYC on Twitter, and follow my label on YouTube because we have a lot of kick-ass music videos, and we are Dark Tunes music group. So just Google search or YouTube search Dark Tunes.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you so much again for joining us. I'm so glad that you allowed us to show your music video and to back into the States. You're kind of home away from home. You have multiple. You're a global citizen.
Yeah, sure.
But thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. But thank you so much, Czarina. And hey, thanks for joining us for our Mantus Midnight Movie Madness Mania that we will be continuing for the foreseeable future, and with some possible extra interviews and political nonsense somewhere sprinkled in between. So, all right, take it easy, everybody, in public access TV land. Filmmakers, send us more shorts, videos. Send us more short videos. Hey, that was a great show, and I hope that next week doesn't suck as much as this week did. It probably will.